to Stan the Wine Man TV. I am your host, Stan Rattan, and this is the Blue Collar Wine Show, where I help you spend your wine dollars wisely. As you can see, we're doing a blind tasting. This is California versus Washington State red blends. I have 2 Washington State red blends and 2 California red blends, and they are all in the same sort of price range. I kept them within each other, kind of made sure they were all in that same price range. I have no idea which one is which, so we're going to get started right away. I know you guys like these blind ones. I actually like these blind tastings. So, let's get started. Number 1. Oh, I forgot my pen. Just give me a second. I have it. Okay, got my pen, so we can get started right away. Red blends are the hottest category in wine right now. I mean, they're just, you cannot have enough blends. Number 1, let's see what we get on the nose. A lot of cherries and raspberry coming through on this one. A little bit of tobacco, but I say prominently cherries and raspberries, and maybe a little bit of red flower notes coming through. Let's see what we get on the palate. Wow. We use the term fruit bomb. This is not quite a fruit bomb. It has good acidity, but it is big plush fruit. I mean, this is like dessert a little bit. Not exaggerating. A little bit like dessert. I get that cherry notes big time. Really ripe cherries. I love ripe cherries. I don't know about you, but I love them. With a little bit of red raspberry mixed in there, which I like. Very full-bodied up front. It finishes a little bit fresher than it starts. This is like a raspberry cherry candy to me. I mean, it's very, very fruit forward. This is one of those wines where you take it to the party, people are going to love you, especially if you don't know what they drink. You get a little bit of pepper on the backside, but this is solid, very smooth tannins, easy to drink. This is a quaffer, go down easy, glug, glug, glug. Interesting wine, very delicious. I mean, one of those wines you just go, wow. I could drink that whole bottle in a heartbeat. Okay. Still sticking with me. Number 2. Number 2. Yes, that is number 2. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we get on the nose. Number 2, Washington versus California red blends. I said hottest category wine. Everybody loves their red blends. They always come up with like really cool names. You got Apothic Red, Apothic Dark. You have Brothers Blend. You have Scarlet. You have Farmhouse Red. You have, oh, the list goes on and on. The Crusher, Menage a Trois. Let's see what we get on the nose. A little more serious on the nose, a lot of tobacco on the nose here. A little bark, currants. Yeah. Currants, bark, tobacco. Get a little bit of it even like dried rocks coming through, which I find quite intriguing. So the nose is very interesting on this. Let's see what we get on the palate. Much more serious wine, a lot of tobacco, solid currant notes. Tannins are smooth, have just a little edge to the tannins on the backside. Good integration, nice balance on this wine. It is also delicious, but it has more structure to it than the first one. I think the first one, to me, is where a lot of these guys are making these red blends, like Apothic Red, like a Menage a Trois. They're shooting for that category of people that, you know, they really are introductory level wines, where they just really want a really tasty wine. They don't want to have to worry about all this other thing. That's a good thing. We like those wines out there. That's what gets people interested in wine. Hopefully at some point you want to take the next step up. This might be the next step up wine. A little more complexity, still delicious. You know, it has all those elements that you're looking for in a good wine, but at the same time, you know, not quite as quaffable, more interesting. You have to think about it just a little bit. There's an interesting little lift right on the mid palate, a little bit of acidity coming through. I like the balance on this wine a lot. All right, I'm writing the grade back. I'm not going to write the price. I don't need to do that, unless you want me to try and guess the price on these. But, you know, I kind of know the price. It really doesn't matter. I didn't have somebody, you know, waltz into the, you know, the back room and pick out these wines. I kind of, you know, I selected them based on price, but I have no idea which ones I'm drinking at all. Number 3. Let's see what we get on the nose. Ooh, this has a kind of a menthol, kind of almost get a little eucalyptus, which would make me think it's California. Number 3 could be California. Sort of an old bark. More on the cherry, dark cherry notes. Maybe a little black raspberry and a touch of tobacco. Let's see what we get on the palate. Fresh, almost get like a salad component on the back side of this one. This doesn't have a lot, no complexity at all. It doesn't fall in the delicious category. It's just fresh, very simple, kind of boring, with a little bit of veggie thing going on. Very vegetal, really, on the back end, but simple. I mean, I like vegetal, like I like Loire, Cab Franc, Chinon, and Bourgogne, those sort of things, but and this one is just too simple for me. I like the veggie component. It's very fresh, easy to drink. This would be great with food. Obviously, you would need food with this, but not heavy food. I mean, I'm talking maybe ham. Maybe a ham salad, turkey would work with this, but I'm just not feeling it on this one at all. This one tastes cheap to me. Last one, number 4. I like these because these are, you know, I mean, I feel, as probably all wine reviewers do, that we try to be as unbiased as possible based on the label and all that, but, you know, it's always kind of fun to do them blind. I'm often surprised with the results. Do you like the blind format? Let me know in the comments. Do you really like to see this blind format or not? I'm very curious to know what you think. Let's see what we get on the nose. Says a candied element on it as well as the first one. I think I'm getting solid currant stone, a little aromatically challenged. But I get a nice, like almost like a purple flower component coming through on top of the currants. And a little candied element. Let's see what we get on the palate. Number 4 of the Washington versus California Red Blend Blind Challenge. Once again, solid, delicious. I mean, the tannins aren't quite as smooth as some of these other ones, but a little bit edgy. But once again, I find this one a touch boring. Get a little brown sugar component, which I always hate in a wine. Sometimes it's okay if there's enough backing it up. I get red cherries, a little bit of red flower, not purple flower. Maybe a little, if you chewed on a purple flower, maybe it's there. A little bit of expansion on the mid palate, which I like. I'm not totally down on this wine. It sounds boring. I think it's the third one, but it still lacks complexity. It is delicious. Has a little edgy tannin. Expands a little bit on the mid palate. That'd be a good food one for sure. All right, let's see how they turned out, what we have here. Okay, in last place would be number 3, second to last, number 4, second place, number 1, and in first place, number 2. Okay, so in last place, I thought it was really too simple, lacked complexity. Sorry, let me get these out of the way here. I thought it was just kind of boring. With the D+, Three Rivers Winery, 2016 Rivers Red Wine, Columbia Valley. Rolls in at $17. Don't waste your money. Seriously. Don't waste your money. All right. In third place, with a C-, number 4, the one I just tasted, I thought it had a little bit more, a lot more going on now, but still a little bit boring, is the 2016 Dreaming Tree Crush Wine, red wine from California, also $17, very interesting. Dave Matthews, from Dave Matthews Band, it's one of his projects. It's okay, C-, definitely better than the other one, but still, yeah, don't waste your money. Let's move on. Okay, in second place with a C+, number 1, number 2, number 1 came in second. Interesting. This is from Klein Vineyards. It's their 2000 and, it might be non-vintage. No, 2017 Farmhouse Red, California. It rolls in at $11. So we're $6 less, and this one showed better than those other two. Crazy. And in first place, number 2 with a B-. This is the 2016 Milbrandt Vineyards Brothers Blend. It rolls in at $13. Guys, if you can get your hands on this one, do it. It's very worth it. I remember it had a lot more going on. It had more complexity, more interesting. Crazy. The 2 top dogs, the 2 higher priced ones, didn't show as well as the 2 lower priced ones. There you go. That's what I'm all about. The blue collar wine guy, right? That's cool when it turns out that way. I had no idea it was going to turn out that way, but I love it. I love it when the inexpensive, and they're not super cheap, but they're inexpensive, come out better than the big bad boys. At, you know, $17, that's a big chunk of change for a lot of us. I'm just saying. So we have two really nice wines. Thanks for taking a little bit of time out of your day. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I like doing the blind challenge. Hope the pace was good for you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Just hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Getting a growing amount of subscribers, I really appreciate it. You keep watching, and I'll keep helping you spend your wine dollars wisely.